Channel students, welcome back. Today we will study chapter number 5, Evans Tries an O-Level by Colin Dexter. Today we will see the thorough explanation of the chapter and questions which comes to the part which will be explained today. Those questions answer we will also discuss. So let us begin the chapter Evans Tries an O-Level. For that I am going to share the text on your screen first. Please wait. Now, say students, Evans Tries an O-Level by Colin Dexter. Since all the important things we have already discussed, important points, main features of the chapter we have already discussed, and that will help you to understand the story in a better way. And today we are going to start the chapter. Now see, in this chapter Evans Tries an O-Level, Colin Dexter describes how Evans proves that all attempts of the prison officers like Jackson and Stephens and governor failed to stop him from escaping. And also we will see that all precautions have been made to see that O-Level German examination in prison arranged for Evans does not provide him with a means of escape. But in spite of all this, it is Evans that who has the last laugh. It is Evans that who was able to break the jail for the fourth time successfully. Now let us see how that he was able to execute his plan. Now see student, first of all we will see that dramatis personae, and since important characters we have already discussed, even then you should know about all the characters which are here in this story. The secretary of the examinations board, who has arranged all the documents which is required for a smooth conduction of the examination in the prison cell only. The governor of HM prison Oxford. Now remember student, this is the second most important character as I have already discussed. So you will also have to study the character sketch of the governor separately, because this is important character and character sketch of the governor can also be asked. Now the most important character, James Roderick Evans, actually his full name is. So Evans, he is also known for Evans the Break because he had already escaped from the jail 3 times. So he had also owned the name Evans the Break, who is a prisoner. And so this is most important character. Separately the character sketch of these 2 characters you will have to study. And now Mr. Jackson, who is a prison officer, Mr. Stephens, a prison officer. Mr. Jackson was the senior prison officer, and Mr. Stephens, who is the junior prison officer. And their role these two characters, Jackson and Stephen's role is also very important. You will also have to focus on their characters, and they are jointly the third important characters. They are equally important. And the fourth important character, if you want to study separately, you can also see the Reverend S. Stuart McLary, who is an invigilator, and this is a mysterious character, because when we will study this story, we will find that there are three McLarys. One is original one, and two fake McLarys. Who are they? We will try to know after reading the chapter, since it has already been discussed, but when we will study the chapter thoroughly, we will come to know the fact about McLary. So this is McLary is the fourth important character. And now that two minor characters are also there, they are not so important, but if you can study their character sketch separately, that would be better. Otherwise, that these are the minor characters: Mr. Carter, who is a detective superintendent, and Mr. Bale, detective chief inspector. Now let us begin the story. All precautions have been taken to see to it that the O-level German examination arranged in the prison for Evans does not provide him with any means of escape. Now see, all precautions, because he had already escaped, broken the jail for 3 times. Now when 4th time Evans had been arrested, then all precautions have been taken by the governor to see to it that O-level German examination, when that he started taking classes, he showed his desire to have the O-level German examination. Then the governor, who is also very efficient governor, then he knew it that he will try to escape from the jail with the help of O-level German examination. So he had taken all the precautions not to provide him any chance to escape from the jail through O-level German examination. Then what happened? Let us know. It was in early March when the secretary of the examinations board received the call from Oxford prison. He was kept in Oxford prison, and what happened, that it was in early March, it was the month of March, early March, when the secretary of the examinations board received the call. And secretary of the examination board had received a call from the Oxford prison. And what was the reason? Let us know. It's a slightly unusual request, and that request which was made, it was a little bit unusual, uncommon, because the governor, but I don't see why we shouldn't try to help. Then the secretary of the examination board said to the governor, but I don't see why we shouldn't try to help, just the one fellow you say. And then secretary of the examination board said that you said that there is only one person, and then he told to the governor that he should help him. When governor made a request to the secretary of the examination board that there was a person, means it was Evans, who was in the cell, and he wanted to appear for the German O-level examination. And that's it. Chap called Evans started night classes in O-level German last September. Says he is dead keen to get some sort of academic qualification. Now the governor told to the secretary of the examination board that that's it. Chap called means there was only one person whose name is Evans is there, and who had started taking night classes in the O-level German last September. From last September he had started to take the night classes, night tuition in German, and he says that he is dead keen to get some sort of academic qualification, because that he wanted to have some sort of academic qualifications. And since there was no rule against that, if any criminal who did not have that violent record against him, if he wants to take some sort of academic qualifications, he should be stopped. So that's why that governor made a request to the secretary of the examination board. Is he any good? Now, how is he at study? Means that he wanted to know, means secretary of the examination board wanted to know that how is he at study. He was the only one in the class, so you can say he has had individual tuition all the time. Now the governor told that he was only one in the class, because and he was taking you can say that he has had individual tuition. He was taking individual tuition all the time, and would have cost him a packet if he would have been outside. And he told that if he would have been taken that class, that tuition class outside, individual tuition class outside of the jail, that it could have been very costly, very expensive for him. But he told this much, that he was taking regularly individual tuition in the jail itself. Well, let's give him a chance, shall we? Then secretary was also willing to give him a chance. He had not any problem to give him chance to appear in the examination. That's jolly kind of you. What exactly is the procedure now? Now the governor thanked him for accepting his request, and he was willing to know the procedure of the examination. That what was he wanted to know from the secretary of the examination board, that what is the procedure and what he had to do to conduct the examination. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll be sending you all forms and stuff. Then secretary of the examination board told that you need not to worry about that, because he will send all the documents, all the forms and other documents which is required for the examination. And that's what's his name? You say Evans, and he also wanted to know his name, as whatever has been told by governor to him. His name was Evans, James Roderick Evans. Now remember, student, please underline it, James Roderick Evans. His full name was James Roderick Evans. It sounded rather grand, secretary told. That means then the name of Evans, full name of Evans was sounded even better. Just one thing, governor, he is not a violent sort of fellow, is he? and secretary just wanted to know whether Evans was a violent fellow. I don't want to know his criminal record or anything like that, he asked, casually, because, and further he clarified that he did not want to know his criminal record and all that. He just wanted to know about that, whether he was violent criminal or not. No, there is no record of violence. Now the governor replied that no, there was no record of violence. Now remember students, if you will have to write the character sketch of Evans, then this point you can also mention. This is important point. Though he was a criminal, he had been arrested for 3 times and he was able to escape from the jail for the 3 times, and 4th time he had been arrested, but he was not violent. And further the governor said that quite a pleasant sort of chap. He is quite a pleasant person. They tell me whatever he had the information about him, and he was not a violent person. Bit of card, really. He was like a card, means whatever information governor had about him, that he was like a card. He was like a, that simple ordinary person. One on the stars at the Christmas concert imitations, the sort of thing. Mike Yarwood was the concert, musical programs star. So he was like that, governor told to him. No, he is just a congenital kleptomaniac. Now remember student, he is a congenital kleptomaniac. Remember, this is a key word. Kleptomaniac. He was a kleptomaniac, means congenital, inborn. He was an inborn kleptomaniac. Kleptomaniac means a kind of disease that which has a strong desire to steal something. So he was suffering. He was he had a habit. He was kleptomaniac, means he had a hobby to steal something, whether he requires that thing or not, and because of that he had been arrested and he had been sent to jail. And the governor was tempted to add something else. Governor wanted to tell him something more, but he thought better of it. He thought not to tell later on and not to give him more detail about him, and he would look after that particular side of the things himself. And finally he decided that he will rest of the characteristics of him, that he will take care of himself, and then he did not tell to the secretary of the examination board. Then presumably, said the secretary, you can arrange a room where, and then the secretary of the examination board told governor to arrange a separate room for a smooth conduction of the examination. And no problem, he is in cell on his own. If you have no objections, he can sit the exam in there. And then further governor said that as much as room concerned for examination, there is no problem, because he is in the cell on his own. There is, means he is living in a cell, in a small room in the prison itself, alone. And if you have no objections, he can sit the exam in there. And he told that if you don't have any objection, that he can appear for the examination in his cell itself. That's fine. Secretary did not have any problem. He said that's fine. he was ready to conduct the examination in his prison cell only. And we could easily get one of the parsons from St. Mary Mag's, remember students, to invigilate. And further he told that we could easily get one of the parsons. Parsons means that father of the church. And from St. Mary Mag's, that was a church. From the church, they could get a person to invigilate the examination. Fine, yes, they seem to have a lot of parsons there, don't they? And then finally they talk jokingly about that there is a lot of parsons there in the church. The two men chuckled good naturedly, and the secretary had a final thought, and after that both of them chuckled, both of them talked laughingly. And then the secretary had a final thought, and then finally secretary had also an idea, a thought. At least there is one thing, you couldn't have much trouble keeping him incommunicado, should you? Then he told, since that he is living alone in the prison cell, so he did not have any problem without communication. He could be there without communication, means you shouldn't have to face much trouble keeping him incommunicable, means nobody could see him easily the way that he was kept in the prison. There was no communication, means he couldn't communicate or see anyone in the prison the way that he was kept in the prison. Secretary said. The governor chuckled, means the governor laughed politely once more, and reiterated and repeated his thanks and slowly cradled the phone. And after that he smiled, that governor smiled, and he repeatedly he thanked him, and then he kept the phone. Evans, but surprisingly he took his name Evans, because he was a criminal who had already been escaped from the jail 3 times. Now let us see that what happened after that. Evans the Break, as the prison officers called him, and prison officers called him Evans the Break. Now remember students, if you will have to write the character sketch of Evans, then you will have to mention that he had earned this name Evans the Break. Why he had earned this name? Because he had already been broken the jail for 3 times, and now he had been arrested for the 4th time and kept in the prison, in the Oxford prison, as the prison officers called him. And thrice, why he was called by the prison officers Evans the Break? Because thrice he had escaped from the prison. He had escaped from the prison 3 times already. But for the recent wave of unrest in the maximum security establishments up north, he wouldn't now be gracing the governor's premises in Oxford, and the governor was going, and the governor was going to make absolutely certain that he wouldn't be disgracing them. Now this time, 4th time, there was a foolproof arrangement, foolproof maximum security had been made not to give him a chance to escape, because the governor was going to make absolutely certain that he wouldn't be disgracing them. that governor was very alert, that this time he will not allow him to escape from the jail, means would be disgracing him. He will not give any chance to anyone to disgrace him. So that's why that he was very alert about Ivan's escape this time. Not that Ivan's was real burden, just a persistent. Actually, that was governor was thinking that Ivan's was not a real burden, just a persistent nagging presence. He was a persistent. He was, creating trouble persistently. He was troubling them persistently. That was the problem. Otherwise, he was not the real burden for the governor, and he would be all right in Oxford. And though the governor would see to that, would see to it personally, because that he would be all right in Oxford means there will not be any difficulty. He will not be able to create any difficulty in the Oxford prison, because the governor would see to that. Governor himself was very efficient and very alert this time, because he himself personally was seeing each and everything, means he himself monitoring personally to Evans. And besides, apart from this, there was just a possibility that Evans was genuinely interested in O-level German, and then he also felt somewhere that genuinely that he was interested in O-level German examination. He was very alert. He knows that he is going to take the German O-level examination as a means to escape. Governor knows it very well, and just a slight possibility, but he also was very confident, because he thought that there was a slight possibility that he could also take it as a means to escape from the jail. But he was very alert. Governor was very alert this time. Just a very slight possibility, and that's why that repeatedly he said that there was a very slight possibility of it. And at 8:30 p.m. on Monday 7th June, Ivan's German teacher shook him by the hand in the heavily guarded recreational block. There was an entertainment block, recreational block, and there at 8:30 p.m. once that on Monday 7th June, Ivan's German teacher, because that he was taking tuition at his jail by a German teacher, and so he says that Ivan's German teacher shook him once at 8:30 p.m. by the hand in the heavily guarded recreation block and just across the D wing. And what he said that Guten Glück, here Evans, that students, you can see that since he was learning German and German teacher what was teaching him, so you can find that many of the words in German, which means when the German teacher told him that in German Guten Glück, he was unable to understand. He said, pardon. I said the German teacher told that he said good luck. He actually wished him good luck, and good luck for tomorrow. Good luck for tomorrow, because tomorrow he was going to appear in the examination. So he gave him good luck for tomorrow. He wished him good luck for tomorrow. Oh, thanks. I mean, then Dank Schon means it is also German. So he thanked him in German. And you haven't a cat in hell's chance of getting through, of course, but, and that German teacher told that it does not seem that you will get a little chance to get success, of course. But I may surprise everybody, said Evans. But Evans promised him that I may surprise. He told to him that he might surprise everybody there tomorrow. How that we will see it tomorrow, that how he was going to surprise. Later on in the story we will find that how he was going to surprise, as he had promised to his German teacher that he was going to surprise him a lot. That's all, students, for today. And the next part of the story we will study tomorrow. That's all for today. Thank you and have a good day.